improve on what's gone before? Because there's been some feedback that's been a bit negative. It's ranged from terrible, or some things are too personal, or incredibly out of date. The top 10 bits of content are months old and doesn't work well enough in real time to display while the user's moving around the physical world. So you've listened obviously to the feedback and come up with version 2.5, and you started again from scratch to engineer it better.
Look, let's start with, I mean, there have been a couple of negative comments, the ones that you've read, but if you have a look, I mean, the vast majority have been positive. Look, you have to listen, you have to iterate, and you have to take feedback on board, and we have. We sort of started again, we sort of viewed the product that we have in the market now as a little bit of a beta and a test to see what worked and what didn't work. And we kind of started on the premise that people wanted to find serendipity. They'd leave their house in the morning and they'd be looking for serendipity, and that's sort of the application that we built. The reality is people leave their house in the morning looking for a cup of coffee or looking for a park to take their kids, or maybe for a restaurant or for an event. So what we've done in the next version is we've allowed people to drive the process so they can tell us what they're looking for, and in real time we start surfacing really interesting content. And I think that'll allay a lot of the concerns that you've just said. And the second part of that is how do we then also connect people with interesting things that are happening nearby, so we don't lose that kind of serendipitous flavour of what we're trying to do. And the way that we're going to try and do that is through sort of push notifications, so that you can have the application on your iPhone or your Android, have it in your pocket. And when you're near something that's interesting, we come to life and we sort of tell you about it, that there's a band playing at the local bar, that one of your friends has just taken a photo at the beach nearby, so that we can bring those sort of subtle serendipitous moments to life. But the core experience now is driven by intent. You tell us what you want and we'll show you what locals are talking about to do with that topic.
And part of the investment that you've needed for this new product has been in data processing systems that make sense of this massive lot of data that's streaming through social media. And you've found investors that have been coming to you from some of the biggest brands in the United States. So are they looking to somehow access that data too?
Right, the challenge that we faced was a big whale problem. Just in social media, just in Twitter and Facebook and Foursquare, one mention alone, there's thousands and thousands of posts in any one given area, every hour. So, our team have built a platform that's able to look at all that content really quickly and work out that Jonathan might be interested in this and it's related to the search and it shows it to me. And I think that's powerful not only as a consumer proposition, so if, Jonathan's walking down the street looking for something, that's also really interesting for a business because that data